Live from the campus of Washington and Lee University, this is a Channel 18 Rockbridge News Update.
Welcome to the Rockbridge Report Live News Update. I'm Katherine Young. And in Idlib, a chaotic scene as medical workers scramble to take the injured to hospitals already damaged from previous bombing. The image and details of the alleged chemical attack are extremely graphic. 58 people, including 11 children, have died, according to the Associated Press. Both British diplomats and the White House have condemned the attack as an affront committed by the Syrian government against civilians. The Syrian military denied using chemical weapons against its civilians. The Kremlin also categorically rejected any involvement in the attack. Senator John McCain is blasting the Trump administration for no longer prioritizing an end to the civil war in Syria. The administration announced last week that it would prioritize the fight against the terror group ISIS in Iraq and Syria instead. McCain took aim at the decision while talking to CNN Tuesday.
Bashar Assad and his friends, the Russians, take note of what Americans say. I'm sure they took note of what our Secretary of State said just the other day, that the Syrian people would be determining their own future themselves. That one of the more incredible statements I've ever heard, given the involvement of Hezbollah, of the Iranians, of the Russians, and of course the barrel bombing and precision strikes by Russian aircraft into hospitals in Aleppo. So I'm sure they're encouraged to know that the United States is withdrawing and seeking some kind of new arrangement with the Russians, and it is another disgraceful chapter in American history, and it was predictable.
The White House said this attack, quote, cannot be ignored by the civilized world. But it fell short of offering a plan of action. Spokesman Sean Spicer said Tuesday's attack in Syria's rebel-held northern Idlib is heinous and reprehensible. He blamed the inaction of the Obama administration for making the catastrophe worse. Spicer said the White House has received a number of phone calls from European allies questioning how it would address the problem. The White House is not ready to discuss its next move. Democrats now have the votes to block President Trump's Supreme Court Justice nominee, Judge Neil Gorsuch. So Republicans are prepared to override them by changing Senate rules to confirm him when they vote on Friday. CNN's Sunlin Sarfati reports.
Judge Gorsuch will be confirmed by the end of the week by the United States Senate.
Senate Republicans poised to invoke the nuclear option for Supreme Court nominees to confirm Neil Gorsuch.
I'm going to vote to change the rules because I'm not going to be part of a Senate where Democrats get their judges and a Republican can never get theirs.
After Democrats secured enough votes to filibuster his nomination.
This nomination is not the usual nomination.
The Senate Majority Leader vowing to change the rules so that Gorsuch and future Supreme Court nominees will only need a simple majority to secure confirmation, meaning 51 votes rather than 60.
I think that's unworthy of the Senate. I don't think it's the right thing to do.
The judges are going to become more ideological because you don't have to reach across the aisle to get one vote any longer. So this is going to haunt the Senate. It's going to change the judiciary, and it's so unnecessary.
But Democrats have been emboldened after Republicans refused to hold a hearing last year for President Obama's Supreme Court Justice pick, Merrick Garland.
If 7 months of preventing Judge Merrick Garland from getting a hearing and a vote is anything, it is the longest and most successful partisan filibuster in Senate history.
Currently, 43 members of the Senate Democratic Caucus plan to filibuster the nomination. 3 Democrats say that they will join Republicans in voting for Gorsuch and oppose a filibuster. Democrat Michael Bennet of Colorado says he won't filibuster, but has not said if he will vote for Gorsuch. The GOP needs the support of 8 Democrats to break the filibuster. Last night, the University of North Carolina won the NCAA men's basketball championship. The Tar Heels won their 6th championship in program history by defeating the Gonzaga Bulldogs 71-65 in Glendale yesterday evening. Junior guard Joel Berry II took home the tournament's Most Outstanding Player award. He led all scorers in the title game with 22 points and added 6 assists to his tally. Head coach Roy Williams secured his third national championship a year after falling to Villanova in the title game. Unrelated to UNC's championship last night, the NCAA has decided to reinstate tournament venues to the state of North Carolina. This decision comes as the result of the state's appeal of the controversial HB2 law, also known as the bathroom bill. Coming up on Thursday on the Rockbridge Report, reporter Maggie Siebold crunches the numbers and finds few women in law enforcement in Rockbridge County. She looks for an explanation on Thursday's newscast. Catch up on even more local news at our website, rockbridgereport.wlu.edu. Thanks for watching.